Welcome to Whiz Kids. Whiz Kids is a quick recall academic competition for 4th and 5th grade students from area schools. My name is Dave Duda and I will be your moderator. Even though the teams are familiar with the rules, I would like to state that although Whiz Kids is similar to Governor's Cup, it is a Hardin County Schools competition. Today's contestants are from Clarkson and St. James Elementaries. Now let's meet the team members and coaches from Clarkson.
Brooklyn Walters is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is 10 years old. Her hobbies are drawing and reading. Her parents are Grace and Jonathan Walters. She is in Gate and Beta Club and one day hopes to become a lawyer. Anderson is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. He is 11 years old. He is the son of Brandon and Lindsay Green. His hobbies include playing outside and gaming. Anderson is also a member of the Beta Club and Gate. When Anderson grows up, he wants to be a surgeon. Tanner Tilford is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. He is the son of Jimmy and Sarah Tilford. Tanner is in the Beta Club and Gate program. He enjoys playing games with his family. When he grows up, he wants to be a chef. Lily Bogazuski is a 5th grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is the 10-year-old daughter of Whitney Lacefield and Doug Bogazuski. Her hobbies include softball and art. She also plays volleyball and is in the Beta Club. She wants to help animals when she grows up. Amy Williams is a kindergarten teacher at Clarkson Elementary. She has taught kindergarten and 1st grade for 12 years. This is also her 2nd year to coach the academic team. Amy has 2 sons, 3 grandsons, and a spoiled basset hound. Sonia Rogers is the 4th grade teacher at Clarkson Elementary. This is her 22nd year teaching and her 2nd year to coach academic team. She has 2 sons that both enjoy playing baseball. When not at the ballpark, she likes to spend time with family and shopping with friends.
We will now meet the team and coach from St. James.
Alyssa Brangers is a 5th grader and the daughter of Aaron and Matthew Cunningham and Jeff and Jenny Brangers. Her favorite subject is math and her hobbies are gymnastics and dance. She hopes to be a doctor, architect, or interior designer. Ava Thompson is a 5th grader and is the daughter of Elena and Corey Thompson. Her favorite subject is library. Her hobbies are archery and swimming. She hopes to be an interior designer or a famous archer. Zach Frank is a 5th grader. His favorite subject is math and his favorite hobby is soccer. He hopes to be a professional soccer player or a heart surgeon. Gabriel Windmuller is a 5th grader and the son of Sarah and Jeff Windmuller. His favorite subject is library and he hopes to become a stop-motion animator or a meteorologist. Our coach, Mr. Jeff Lands, is a school librarian and is his 1st year as an academic teams coach.
Coaches, you may return to your seats at this time. Teams, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Contestants, remember you may interrupt the reading of a toss-up question by buzzing in. However, if your answer is incorrect, the question will be reread in its entirety for the opposing team. Teams may confer on bonus questions, but the team captain must give the response. Remember, the bounce-back bonus will be in effect. All questions are worth 1 point, and each half is 10 minutes long. The first question is a toss-up for either team. At the beginning of a certain fairy tale, this young girl enters an unknown house in the forest. While there, she eats a bowl of porridge.
St. James Thomason.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Judge?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. I will reread the question. At the beginning of a certain fairy tale, this young girl enters an unknown house in the forest. While there, she eats a bowl of porridge, accidentally breaks a chair, and falls asleep in a bed. Who is this character who has a frightening encounter with the 3 bears?
Clarkson Walters.
Goldilocks.
Correct. 2, bonus. Among the conditions associated with this organ are hepatitis and jaundice. It helps clean the blood and make certain enzymes, as well as a substance called bile. What is the human body's largest and heaviest internal organ?
Skin.
Incorrect. Captain? Hesitation. Liver. Toss-up. 3. Along with bamboo scrolls, this fabric was a preferred medium for ancient Chinese calligraphy. Artists also dyed and painted intricate patterns onto this soft, shiny material. Identify this substance derived from a certain moth's cocoon.
St. James Windmuller.
Silk.
Correct. 4, bonus. According to the multiplicative identity property, what is 9 times 1? Correct. 6, toss-up. In 1774, he led a group of around 40 settlers into the region now known as Kentucky and established the first permanent settlement in the area. Name this pioneer for whom that settlement is named.
Clarkson Bogaluski.
James.
Can you give us the last name? We do need a last name. Okay. Incorrect.
Incorrect. Time, James Herod.
Close.
Toss-up. 6. Examples of this kind of song are Hush Little Baby and Rockabye Baby.
Clarkson Tilford.
Lullabies.
Correct. 7, bonus. Correct the following sentence if necessary. When they saw us, the 3 dogs' tails was wagging up a storm.
I designate Brooklyn Walters. What should have been taken out?
Tie.
Time. Captain.
Were.
Yes, correct.
Correct. 8, toss-up. Be specific with a 2-word answer. This animal is either the largest or second largest living invertebrate. It is a mollusk with a siphon, beak, and 2 eyes, each 10 inches in diameter. Identify this half-ton marine animal with 8 arms and 2 feeding tentacles.
Clarkson Tilford.
Octopus.
Incorrect.
St. James Frank.
Squid.
Incorrect.
Correct.
Giant squid.
The giant squid on that. That's right.
9, toss-up. An aquarium has 25 whales. Of those whales, 40% are belugas. How many belugas does the aquarium have?
Clarkson Tilford.
10.
Correct. 10, bonus. In one of these, the first, second, and last lines rhyme with each other, as do the third and fourth lines. The master of this poetic genre was Edward Lear. Give the word for a humorous 5-lined poem named for an Irish city.
Haiku.
Incorrect, Captain.
No answer.
Limerick. 11, toss-up. In Native American cultures, these objects were worn in healing, initiation, war, and spiritual rituals. Some West African tribes use them to represent ancestral spirits. Give the name of these carved objects placed over the face.
Clarkson Tilford.
Totem poles.
Incorrect.
St. James Windmuller.
Breech clothes.
Incorrect. Masks. Toss-up. 12. In 2016, this animal was made the United States' national mammal. Identify this animal that once roamed in large numbers across the country and was an important part of the diets and cultures of many Native American tribes.
St. James Windmuller.
Buffalo.
Correct. 13, bonus. Icy bodies like Pluto are often described for being further away than this planet. Its largest moon is Triton. Identify this furthest planet from the sun.
Neptune.
Correct. 14, toss-up. An elephant seal weighs 4,000 pounds. Calculate the elephant seal's weight in tons.
Clarkson Tilford.
2 tons.
Correct. 15, bonus. It is made up of tiny silicate crystals such as quartz or feldspar and is a compound word. What is this very common form of sedimentary rock?
Sand.
Incorrect, Captain.
Bedrock.
Incorrect, sandstone. 16, toss-up. In this work, the title characters are represented by an orchestra's string and horn sections, respectively. The flute symbolizes a bird, the oboe a duck, the clarinet a cat, and the bassoon a grandfather. Identify this composition for children's theater by Sergei Prokofiev. Time, Peter and the Wolf. 17, toss-up. In this book, a small fish steals a much larger fish's most treasured object. The book is an unofficial sequel to its author's earlier work, I Want My Hat Back. Give the title of this Caldecott winner by John Clarkson. Time, This Is Not My Hat. Toss-up, 18. In 2018, he testified before the United States Congress regarding the handling of personal information on the social media website he co-founded while a student at Harvard. Identify the CEO of Facebook.
Clarkson Green.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Correct. 19, bonus. Andrew and Olivia are both making towers with wooden blocks. Andrew's towers are 18 centimeters high, while Olivia's towers are 12 centimeters high. How many centimeters high will their block towers be when they first reach the same height?
$36.
Correct. 20, toss-up. One aspect of this literary element is the social, religious, and moral environment the characters inhabit. It also determines the season, era, time of day, and geographical location of a story. Name this element which, in its broadest sense, tells when and where a story takes place.
St. James Frank.
Setting.
Correct. 21, bonus. Movements of this type are sometimes called axial. Twisting. Okay, that is the end of the half. And this, at the end of the half, the score is Clarkson 6 and St. James 6. Welcome back to the second half of Whiz Kids between Clarkson and St. James Elementaries. During the half, the following substitutions were made. Joining the team from Clarkson is Lucy Smith.
Lucy is a fifth grader at Clarkson Elementary. She is 11 years old. Her parents are Lindsay and Adam Smith. Her hobbies include painting and writing. She is also in the Beta Club and Gate at school. When she grows up, she wants to be a movie director.
And from St. James Elementary are Whalen Thompson and Winnie Curley.
Winnie is in 4th grade and the daughter of Carol and Daniel Curley. Her favorite subject is reading and language arts, and she enjoys reading, soccer, archery, and tumbling. She hopes to be a doctor, librarian, or photographer. Waylon Thompson is a 4th grader, and he's the son of Carrie and Nathan. His favorite subject is language arts, and his hobbies are basketball, archery, and playing outdoors. He hopes to be a professional basketball player or a professional archery player in his future.
Teams, let's begin the second half of today's competition with a toss-up question. It is the topic of Newton's first law of motion. Identify this tendency of objects to resist change in motion.
Clarkson Smith.
Friction.
Incorrect.
St. James Windmuller.
Inertia.
Correct. 2, bonus. In January 2021, Antony Blinken was appointed to this U.S. cabinet position, which has existed since 1789. What federal cabinet position is responsible for the U.S. government's foreign policy with its office holder, often traveling to foreign countries to meet with various world leaders?
President.
Incorrect, Captain.
No response.
Secretary of State. Toss-up 3. Consider the following arithmetic sequence: 12, 8, 4, and so on. Give the next term in the sequence.
Clarkson Tilford.
0.
Correct. 4, bonus. This dramatic form dating from the 1600s requires performers to be skilled in song, dance, and acting. It is a highly stylized form in which men play all the roles, often while wearing red, black, and white makeup. Give the name of this Japanese theatrical form.
No response.
Captain?
Opera.
Incorrect. Kabuki. Toss-up 5. One meaning for this word is, quote, a large sturdy box or chest for holding or transporting clothes. It can also name a part of a car or a tree's main.
Clarkson Tilford.
Trunk.
Correct. 6, bonus. On this scale, absolute 0 is negative 273 degrees. At negative 40 degrees, the scale and the Fahrenheit scale are equivalent. What is this temperature scale used throughout most of the Earth?
Celsius.
Correct. 7, toss-up. Members of one religion began settling this territory in 1847. They founded a city beside the largest saltwater lake in the U.S. Identify this territory.
St. James Frank.
Salt Lake City.
Incorrect. I'll reread the question. Members of one religion began settling this territory in 1847. They founded a city beside the largest saltwater lake in the U.S. Identify this territory that was founded by members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, often called Mormons.
Clarkson Smith.
Lake Michigan.
Incorrect. Utah. 8, toss-up. Gemma is selling her sticker collection. She began with 432 stickers and only has 52 stickers left. How many stickers has Gemma sold?
Clarkson Green.
380.
Correct. 9, bonus. This instrument, which was once shaped like a trapezoid, used to have jingling rings. Today, it is a bent metal rod with one corner open and is struck with a steel rod. Identify this percussion instrument that shares its name with it. Correct. 10, toss-up. The term frond refers to large compound versions of these or the ones found in ferns. What are these plant parts that take in light and are the main site of photosynthesis?
St. James Thompson.
Leaves.
Correct. 11, bonus. One tall tale about this man claims he met his wife Rebecca while he was fire hunting in the woods. He was a real outdoorsman who helped open settlement west of the Appalachian Mountains to British colonists. Who cut the wilderness road through the Cumberland Gap?
Squire Boone.
Incorrect.
John Smith.
Incorrect. Daniel Boone. 12, toss-up. Members of this cultural group arrived in the New World in 1620. They only allowed those they thought chosen by God to vote and rule. Name these English colonists who mostly settled in New England, especially Massachusetts.
Clarkson Tilford.
Quakers.
Incorrect.
St. James Windmuller.
English settlers.
Incorrect. Puritans, and I would have taken Pilgrims. Toss-up, 13. In one of his workouts, Carter swam 2 2/3 miles. Each of his laps in the pool was 1/3 of a mile. How many laps did Carter swim?
Clarkson Tilford.
8.
Correct. 14, bonus. This musical note has a solid head and one flag hanging from its stem. Name this note, which is half as long in duration as a quarter note.
An eighth.
Correct. 15, toss-up. These scientists share many of the interests and duties of climatologists, but they're focused on shorter-term weather events.
St. James Windmuller.
Meteorologists.
Correct. 16, bonus. The U.S. Treasury sells 2 types of these bonds, Series I and Series EE. The minimum face value of one of these bonds is $25. Identify these kinds of bonds that people purchase to help pay for future expenses.
Loans.
Incorrect, Captain?
Debts.
Incorrect. Savings bonds. 17, toss-up. Spelling required. Steam was once used to propel all locomotives' engines. Spell the word from the previous sentence meaning to drive or cause to move.
Clarkson Tilford.
LOCOMOTIIRVE.
Incorrect.
St. James Curley.
PROPELLED.
Incorrect. PROPEL. 18, toss-up. Like a rectangle, this quadrilateral has 4 right angles. Identify this quadrilateral that, like a rhombus, has 4 sides of equal length.
St. James Windmuller.
A square.
Correct. 19, bonus. This painting covers the Sistine Chapel's altar wall. In it, Christ separates the souls destined for heaven from those destined for hell. Give the title of this large fresco by Michelangelo.
No answer.
Captain?
Starry Night.
Incorrect. The Last Judgment. 20, toss-up. This mammal's closest living relative is the okapi. They have black tongues, 2 short horns, and light brown.
Clarkson Tilford.
Giraffe.
Correct. 21, bonus. This kind of sentence is used to state facts or opinions without excessive emotion. Give the name for a sentence that always ends with a period.
Statement.
Incorrect, Captain?
Declarative.
Correct. 22, toss-up. These aviators were sometimes called the red tails because of the color they painted the tails of their planes. Because the Army was segregated in the 1940s, they had to train at a historically black college in Alabama. Name these pilots who formed the first African-American fighter group in 1941. Okay, time. That is the end of the match. And the final score is Clarkson 14, St. James 11. Congratulations to the winning team and to both teams for an excellent competition. Join us for our next Whiz Kids competition.